Hello again everybody, Zaful here for some more Redstone fun. Today I'll be showing off my compact Ender Pearl cannon. It takes up a space of 6 by 6 by 8 blocks, give or take a couple blocks for the distance that you stand to throw the Ender Pearl. Efficiency wise, for distance traveled, it's very good. Say you throw a normal Ender Pearl, you travel a distance of 50 odd blocks or so, give or take. This cannon, at normal settings, allows you to travel a distance of about 126 blocks to 141 blocks. It ranges depending on how the Ender Pearl flies, and it can fly a little to the left, a little to the right. With a couple extra additions, it has an efficiency of travel distance for about 254 blocks, and that is quite a distance, I gotta say, but it's a little harder to use. Now for a little instruction on how this device works. Basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to throw the Ender Pearl through so that it catches the end of the explosion, like so, sending the Ender Pearl a much farther distance than it normally would travel. As you can see, I have flown a little further than how I was before. Of course, because the TNT explosion is so erratic, it can send you flying to the left and right, basically. Now there is a bit of luck and skill involved in how you throw it. Basically, how the Ender Pearl catches the TNT, you have a bit of control over that. So, depending on the distance that you're standing from the device when you're throwing your Ender Pearl, the TNT may catch the Ender Pearl better or worse. In this case, it caught it much better than how I did it before. An example of how it can mess up, if the TNT catches the Ender Pearl, say when it's too close, it could simply send the Ender Pearl flying straight up. And you don't travel that much of a distance as you would have with the Ender Pearl the cannon working as it should. You travel about the same distance you would with just a regular Ender Pearl throw. So basically, what you want to aim for is about, say, so distance maybe, and aim for about the middle of the fence so that the TNT will catch the Ender Pearl right at the correct angle, like so. Sending me flying quite a distance. And right here is about the range, as I said, 126 blocks to about 141 blocks. At the current settings, this is about the range it flies. Now, however, with a little bit of tweaking, if you can see that all the way in the distance there is a bit of glowstone, that is the distance it'll travel with our next throw. Give or take a couple blocks to the right or left, because it could fly, in any direction really. Now, depending on the amount of TNT that you use, right now for that basic throw, I use 2 dispensers, which is basically 2 TNT there, double TNT explosion. Adding more dispensers that shoot TNT out, it increases how erratic the Ender Pearl can fly. Because there's more TNT, it can send it flying in different directions, and with more TNT, it becomes harder to get an accurate distance. However, using more TNT, you can get further distance, so it's up to you to decide whether it balances out or not. If extra distance is what you want with a little harder of a throw. So I'm going to try it now to see if I can get all the way to the 254 block mark. It's the farthest I've got, but I haven't really mastered the full extent of the distance. Let's give it a try. Hopefully, if I'm lucky enough... Oh! Another thing to note is you can't throw Ender Pearls when in Game Mode 1. Always switch back to Game Mode 0. That was my mistake. Oh, I messed that up. I was too close and I just threw the Ender Pearl straight through the cannon. It didn't catch the TNT at all. That's where a little bit of luck and a little bit of skill comes in work. So we're going to give this another throw to see if I can get distance. Oh, I caught it. Let's see if it goes all the way. Okay, this is good. Another little note that you should make is that for the 254 distance, you don't get teleported that far. When throwing an Ender Pearl, you have a travel distance of about max maybe 90 blocks. Actually, no, that's inaccurate. A max of about 141, give or take a couple extra blocks. What you'd have to do for the 254 distances, you'd have to walk a bit. See, as you saw, I'm just a little past the 141 block mark. I was about maybe teleported here, so I'd say 5 extra blocks. So probably the max range of a thrown ender pearl to teleport you is approximately 100 and let's say 50 blocks. To get to the 250, which I'll show you in just a second, let's see if this works. Yeah, it should be good. I'm walking quite a distance. As you can see, I should get teleported. There we go. So as you saw, I walked quite a bit and then I was teleported. Now, map is loading in. So I got to about halfway between the white blocks, the 141 and the 254. To get to the 254 it's difficult because extra TNT makes it hard to get an accurate throw, as I've said. 254 blocks. This is about the farthest I got with one throw. So the farther you throw the Ender Pearl with the Ender Pearl cannon, the more distance you have to walk to actually get teleported. So it's a little inefficient that way. And also it's hard to get an accurate distance. However, if you throw the Ender Pearl with the basic settings to get it between 121 to 146 block travel, which I personally use, it's very efficient. So it's about a range of 15 blocks between the two for the distance. Alright, so let's get down to building this thing, shall we? Now, the Ender Pearl cannon that I used to use was made by Panda4994, but his design was fairly big and is outdated. It doesn't work as well as it does, or as well as it used to in the new 1.6 update. So that's why I went and made my own design, which is this. So this here is going to be what pulls up the fence gate, and this is what sends the signal. So what you're going to need is a button. The button will go here, press that, extends the piston, piston sends the redstone signal to both the redstone as well as the dispensers. Also, since Panda 994's design was outdated, he didn't have the redstone blocks or the dispensers for the TNT, which is what made it really big. But my design is, new and improved, uses the dispenser technology as well as some other things. So this is where the water track is going to be. Basically, the water goes here, like so. Goes down that way. And for the basic settings, we use 2 dispensers that go here and here. And we're going to wire those up, both using repeaters, so that it extends, so that both dispensers are timed at the exact same time, and not one dispenser goes out, not one dispenser dispenses TNT before the other one, because then it wouldn't work. Next thing we're going to do is we need to place the repeaters that go up to this piston to retract the other one. So 1 repeater, full ticks of delay, 2 repeaters here, each on full, and then another one right here, also on full ticks of delay. Now, next thing you want to do is make a redstone torch tower up like so, goes all the way, all the way to the top here, like so. And you have 5 repeaters up here, each also on full ticks of delay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then some dust, and that there. So now the piston is extended, and you want to put down the fence gate. You can't place the fence gate unless there is a block under it, so I suggest doing that now after the piston has been extended. So yeah, that's basically the design. Very easy build. Now what I put there was a chest which I would use to hold my ender pearls and maybe some feather falling boots, as well as a fence post. This fence post is just basically to help you with the distance you have to stand to fire the ender pearl cannon. So click the button, retracts, throws the ender pearl like so. There, see? It's rather an easy build, and it works quite well, I gotta say. Now for a little extra, I was going to show you how to make it go the full 254 block distance. You basically just add some more repeaters. There's one extra repeater here, and one below it, like so. And to wire that up, you simply put a block like that, like so. And I don't need these blocks. Oops. I guess I did need that one. So I got to power that block there. So what you do is this block is being powered. So put redstone and repeater, like so. So this should send the signal. Yep, sends the signal to that block, which then sends it to the redstone, through a repeater to that there. Oh, I may have broken it. Nope, everything's okay. So that's it. Actually, I made a slight error in the tutorial. I said that there was a repeater here. That is actually incorrect. It's redstone, not a repeater. Also, if you wanted, you could probably also use a piston with a redstone block. Put a piston there, like so. Redstone block. It doesn't power anything above it because there's no dispenser there. So when that gets powered, it will extend, which will then power this dispenser, and it should be at the exact same time. So you can use whichever one you want. It's up to you. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to throw one final ender pearl to end it off. And see if I can get the 254 block record. Oh, that didn't go as planned. Well, I'll give it one more throw. I'll be a little closer this time. Like I said, it's not easy. It takes a bit of luck. That one looks like it's going to be pretty good, but it might just hit the 100, distance. Seems to be good. I haven't been teleported. Ooh. Just past it. The white blocks, and there's the glowstone over there. So I'm about a little short of halfway, or at halfway. Well, if you guys do try this out, I'd love to see what kind of distance you guys get. So if you do try it out, leave a comment below telling me how far you got with this ender pearl cannon. And I will catch you crazy kids next time. Bye.